Welcome back to Fishing Tip Fridays. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about different types of fishing hooks. So when it comes to fishing hooks, there are hundreds and thousands and billions of different types of fishing hooks, sizes, weights, all sorts of just very detailed little things. However, there are a couple very specific types of fishing hooks and basic types that we're going to be talking about today. First hook we're going to be talking about is a live bait hook. So a live bait hook is designed to do exactly what it sounds like. It holds on live bait. So you can see it has a little bit of a rounded shape and it's a very sharp barb. That way you can put some live bait on it. These type of hooks, and when I'm fishing with these, I'm typically throwing live croaker, live shrimp, something like that in the bay, and they make a great big hook for catching trout, redfish, and also big bass on live bluegill and stuff like that. The next hook we're going to be talking about is a circle hook. So circle hook is very interesting because you can see it has kind of a crazy looking shape, and the reason for this is designed for fishing for giant fish like catfish, so you can fish for bass and stuff with them. And basically what happens is, imagine my hand is a fish's stomach. So if a fish swallows normal hook and you set the hook and it's down, the hook is down its fish's stomach, it can really mess up its insides. Whereas with a circle hook, if you set the hook and it's down in its stomach, you will see that that point cannot grab on my skin. Look at that. Until it gets out to the fish's mouth, its lip, and then the hook can turn and grab into the fish's lips. So circle hooks are designed to only hook a fish in the mouth or lips. So they're pretty interesting and pretty cool for that. Next is a treble hook. So most of y'all probably know what a treble hook is. These are on the end of a lot of bass lures, and this is what you can use when you're catfishing. However, if you are fishing with these for catfish, I would always like to tell people only do this if you know you're gonna keep the fish you are catching to eat, because treble hooks can really rip up a fish. I only use them if I'm fishing for catfish and I know I'm gonna keep them. The next hook we're gonna be talking about is a J hook. This is the most kind of simple looking fishing hook. If you think of a fishing hook, you probably think of a J hook, and these are great for fishing for bluegill. You can use live bait on them for bass and stuff, and as long as you set the hook quick whenever you feel a bite, you'll typically hook them in the lip. However, you can see that if this is the fish's stomach and he swallows it and I set the hook, that hook is instantly going to drive into the fish's stomach. So if you're fishing with live bait, I would recommend you fish with a tiny little circle hook or something, or else you will hook a lot of fish pretty badly. And the last two we're going to be talking about are some worm hooks. So these are hooks that you're going to throw like plastics on. So, you know, Texas rigged worms, Carolina rigged worms, weightless flukes, swim bait, stuff like that. So this first one is an offset worm hook. So you can see the shank here is rounded and it comes around. So this is a great hook for Texas rigs. So you can see that the hook point is perfectly level with the eye and parallel with it. So it makes for great for rigging baits, and you can rig up some really good looking lures with this. So the other type of worm hook is going to be a straight shank hook. So you can see that this one's a little bit different. It looks very similar, except for instead of having a rounded little bottom down here, this whole piece of metal is all straight. So if I'm fishing somewhere where I want to get a really good hook set for a big bass, I typically use these because you can see the hook point is a lot more exposed since it is above the eye. You can hook fish a lot better, and you're typically throwing plastics on lures like these, so you're not really going to gut hook fish anyways. So I typically like throwing straight shank hooks over offset hooks. And that is all we got for today. Like I said, there are a ton of different types of fishing hooks, but we're just covering a little section of it today. We'll probably get more detail down the road. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. If you did, I'd love it if you'd smash that subscribe button. I'll be seeing you in the next Fishing Tip Friday or Fishing Adventure. Until next time, peace out.